Anyways, all right, it's Madoka Magica time. So this is one of the more known collabs, I feel like, right? Or is it not? Because I mean, obviously there's Evangelion and Street Fighter. And then Fate Stay Night needs to come back. I wish Fate Stay Night would come back, which we will be doing Fate Stay Night later today, but not in this video, YouTube. So, starting off with Madoka, or is it, her name's Madoka Magica, right? No, that's the name of the collab, right? Madoka Magica? Yeah. I'm not an idiot, kind of. I can't watch the stream, unfortunately. It's like midnight here. You can watch it. You probably shouldn't because it's too late. You have a good night. You could just do a video where you rank the smaller collabs. Yeah, too late for that. Anyways, Madoka. So she has 550 range, 20 movement speed, 4 knockback count, more than 2-minute recharge time, 9-second attack frequency, which is kind of long, 3,500 DPS, and 55,000 HP. She has kind of Aphrodite levels of range and like she's kind of a weird Aphrodite. The more I look at it. Oh, she also targets zombies. I knew she targeted floating and relic, but I didn't realize she targeted zombies. She like Aphrodite, but floating, zombie, and relic. I think it's mainly relic and floating. I think those are the two main traits that we care about, because having LD on zombie isn't very good, as we've said with Saki. She doesn't have talents. That's quite the true form cost. But yeah, so Pierce of what, 250? Huge blind spot though. But honestly, against floating and relic, I don't think that's against relic that's kind of a threat, and against floating because of buns. It is kind of a threat, but at the same time, it's really good LD. It's really good. Oh wait, I didn't even do the math for the damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So what? That's 14,000 DPS against floating and zombie, and then about 11k DPS against relic at level 30. So at level 60, it'll be different. I swear. Yeah. At least you can hit Cadaver Bear. That's like one of the main things, right? So many people gas up Dreadnought for being able to kill Cadaver Bear, and yet nobody talks about the fact that the LD ones can also destroy Cadaver Bear. Probably easier than Dreadnought can. As much as I love Dreadnought, I think he gets way too much love. He's not that good in my opinion, but he is still really good. Like, he's a really good anti-zombie and anti-red, but those are just two of the worst traits to target, unfortunately. But yeah, so I mean, Dreadnought does deal a lot of damage per hit, but like, he's still not one-shotting. Well, I guess his Ultra Form probably would be. I think she's a solid A, middle of A. Because like having that kind of range, like 550 range is a lot of range, but you don't have any. Well, yeah, immune to curse is nice, but your recharge time is kind of long. Your cost isn't cheap, but it's also not expensive. She also slows. Oh shit, you're right. It's only 3 seconds though. That's 30% uptime. You know what? Yeah, higher A, I think. She's good. I do like her, right? Like, I like units with this much range. And triple target... Ooh, you know what? I have said this before. Triple targeting makes me really like units. Units with massive damage, or like a good niche and triple targeting, that's kind of crazy. You know what? Top of A. Upper end of A, I think. I'm not putting her in anywhere specific. I did not mean to move Isuboshi down. I don't know where he was, but he's up there now. Okay. Next up, Homura Akemi. This is one I actually have on my main. This is one that I have on my main account. And I've actually had good experience with her. Like 455 standing range, 130 second recharge time, which again is kind of on the longer side. It's not exactly short, but it's not too long either. 3 knockback count. Her force swing is fucking long. 8-second frequency, 5,000 DPS at level 30, 48,000 HP. So this is a pretty big LD, 200 pierce while not sacrificing much of a blind, like not having much of a blind spot. That's a really small blind spot actually. Again, triple targeting with strong guns and freeze for 4 seconds. A 4-second freeze whenever it does land against red, black, and Aku. The red and black targeting is probably the most questionable part about her. But she's also immune to slow, which might come in handy. She doesn't have shield pierce. Why did I think she had shield pierce? Huh, I think she's a lot worse than I thought she was. I thought she had shield pierce for some reason. I could have sworn she had shield pierce. Okay, never mind. I thought she was going to be like A, but low A for sure. I mean, it is triple targeting, so I think like the freeze is good, right? But of course people will be like, oh, but ICAT and Bomber. Yeah, fuck off. People hated that I put Cornelia higher than a lot of these things. And like, same with Huge Hermit. And some people I think were getting confused. I put him at the bottom of B, and people were like, oh, he shouldn't be mid B or what, like he should at the very highest B, low B, and like that's literally what I did. So I think some people got a little confused. She doesn't have either Shield Pierce or Surge Immune, but yeah, but she also targets 3 things. One of them being red, one of them being black. Being one of the being able to counter Lenoir, by the way, being able to handle Lenoir well is actually something that she excels at, because she outranges and she also has LD, so she doesn't even need to outrange. She can just have something else in the way. Immune to slow is just there. Yeah, it really is just there. But I think she's like low B or low A. Sorry. Like I don't have anything wrong with putting her like low A. By the way, whenever I'm saying low A, mid A, and upper like high A, normally I'm not specifically I didn't specifically put Madoka above Lucifer, right? I'm just kind of putting them in the ballpark so I don't have to do too much thinking, because I'm already doing enough thinking as is. Moving on, Saiaka? Something. 4230 cost, 120 second recharge time, only 2 knockbacks, but 400 standing range, 1 second force swing, 6 second attack frequency, 5800 DPS, and 67,000 HP. I hate that number. But strengthens by 50%. So this is about 9k DPS when strengthened, which is after only 1 knockback. But you don't have any more. Oh, but you do have a reposition because you have Survive a Lethal Strike. Huh. And you're not being juggled because you have immune to knockback. Considering this unit doesn't have a true form, this actually seems really good. Because, like, just as a generalist, having 9k DPS with 400 standing range, like, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And if you're struggling against the stage with, like, moles and stuff, you can definitely use her. I think that's mid-B. Like, me personally, I think that's around mid-B. Holy, there's a lot of B Ubers. That's a lot of B Ubers, bruh. Holy. Ignore my playlist. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna skip down to the Starfy songs. I miss my Starfy. Most basic Uber I've seen, and she's good at it. I mean, there are more basic Ubers, believe it or not. But like, you know what? You're right. She is really basic, but she's good at it. She's good at being like, that's what generalists are, right? It's basic. If it was 100% strengthened, then she would be goated. Oh, absolutely. She doesn't even have true form yet, though. So like, if Madoka comes back and she gets a true form, that could be top tier as like a collab generalist. Because like, think about it. If she gets a wave, like if she gets Eye Watch treatment, that could be crazy. Or like invaluable immunities. Like there's a lot they could do with her. Hell Explosion. Obviously don't get your hopes up because it is a collab Uber, but there are possibilities. Anyways, Mommy Tomo. Momito, I don't know, bro. But 4410 cost. 130 second recharge time. I think everybody knows Mommy relatively well, right? 4 knockback count, 475 attack range, 9 second attack frequency, 4400 DPS, and 45,000 HP. She's crazy? Yeah, look at this Pierce. That's 225 Pierce. Which I think is comparable to that of Ganesha, while also having 75 more standing range than Ganesha. But that's not where it, you know, like her survivability is great, and her damage is pretty damn good for LD and her standing range. But then, massive damage to angels. A good trait to target, and massive damage. So that gives you 16,000 DPS with this much range in LD. Yeah, that's an easy A tier right there. Probably just the lower end of A, I think. Like, she's really good. I'm gonna move you a little bit down. I feel like Legoland should be like bottom of A tier, like bottom of the barrel A tier. Like I'm sure he got moved up a little bit because it kept moving things to the bottom of A tier. But I feel like Legoluga just to clear up any misconceptions, he is not better. I do not see him as better than a lot of these Ubers. Anyways, Kyoko Sakura. Dude, I've been watching Naruto Shippuden and Sakura. I mean, honestly, Shippuden, Sakura is much better. Like, the characters get much better in Shippuden, but in base Naruto, oh my god, they were so annoying. Anyways, Kyoko. 130-second recharge. They're pretty consistent in the fact that they have 400 standing range, like in the 400s. 2 to 4 knockback count, 130-second recharge time is pretty consistent. Decent speed, 8-second attack frequency, 5,000 DPS just about, and 59,000 HP. Momito is crazy. Excuse that. So 50% chance to knock back red, 50% chance to weaken red for... Holy shit. I love that she's like actually a really good red without being a busted anti-red. That's a good weaken. If it was guaranteed, that would be top tier. Why does this remind me of Tengu? If Tengu had weaken, he would be amazing. Because like his attack frequency is so good. But I like Kyoko. Like she only targets red, which is probably one of the worst traits to target. But her general DPS is fine, and her against red is actually fine. But unfortunately, it is red. Like she's actually good though. Right, like, and she's immune to weaken as well, so she can work against Anya. Unfortunately, her damage is consistently 5k, which actually works in mixed stages. Honestly, like, I wish we could see more of these true forms. Like, we need true forms for these three, and I think that's actually what we're gonna get the next time we get this collab. Which, who the hell knows when that'll be? But honestly, I don't want it too soon because like we've gotten so many collabs lately. I made an entire video talking about the fact that we've gotten way too many collabs recently, and that it's honestly making our updates worse and worse. But anyways, does anybody know if the first form is actually like valid? The first form looks kind of valid, having 350 standing range with a 100% chance to weaken alien and zombie for 2 seconds. Oh, about 20-second recharge time. Yikes. What about true form? Only 100-second recharge time with 6 knockbacks, 450 standing range, 2-second force swing, 7-second attack frequency, 5400 DPS, and 42,000 HP, with a multi-hit with... Okay, so a multi-hit with guaranteed weaken, with barrier breaker and dodge. Huh. That's a really cheap true form. Like... I think the multi-hit kind of... Wait. I love that, actually. I actually love that. Let me look at your attack. And of course, she's just adorable, by the way. I love that. That's basically 100% uptime weaken that's enforced and, like, reinforced by these 2 attacks. The first attack is by far the strongest one, which is ideal for a unit like this. And so these are only to carry through the barrier breaker and the weaken. And I'm sure they do a great job of that. And then there's also the dodge, so her survivability is probably great as well. Dodge is actually really good against zombies because instead of having to tank damage whenever they burrow against you, you can just dodge, which is really nice. And it's a 30% chance as well. And 450 standing range as well. Oh my, 100%. I mean, unfortunately, zombies is kind of a meh trait to target, but call me crazy. Top of B, honestly. Like, I think honestly? Chat, is that A? Because I know a lot of people don't really like weaken, but having a 100% chance to weaken against 2 traits with 100% uptime and 100% chance, while also having good DPS, good range, great range, and great recharge time, and great cost as well. I think that's A. I think that might be like just barely pushing the border of A, honestly. Instant A tier? Okay, I don't know if weaken's that good. But I mean, it is really good, right? Like, unfortunately, it is against two pretty power crept traits, like aliens and like aliens not so much, but zombies definitely are pretty power crept. But I think A tier is a good tier for her. I didn't realize she was so good. That's a really good weekend. Man, I need to get her. I need to get Bebe on my... What the fuck's that name? What the hell? Law of Cycles. What the hell is the Law of Cycles? Okay, whatever. Madoka Cat and Homura. Oh, it's Chun copy. What do they do? Knockback with Mini Surge and Curse against Floating and Alien. With immune to waves. Nagisa is fun to use? I mean, I would love to use her, honestly. Like, that looks like a cool unit to have. Unfortunately, I got Homura, which is kind of lame because she ain't that good. But so 5k DPS, 4-second attack frequency, 400 standing range. It's the Yuri car? I'm sorry? What do you mean by Yuri car? Whatever. 120-second recharge time. Unfortunately, the main reason why the main, like, the base Chun Hunters is so good, like, I'm pretty sure they're A tier. But the only reason why they made it that high is because they have a single slot research combo. These guys don't have that. And I mean, Curse against Floating allows usage against Gobble. And it's a mini surge instead of a mini wave, which I think can be better. That's weird. I mean, I think lower to mid B. Curse effects toxic? I think so. Yeah, no, because that's the cheese for Papu. That's the cheese for Papu. That's how people do that. And then against the aliens, that's also good for negating warp. If you want to negate warp, I guess. But yeah, Curse effects toxic. So that could actually be really good against Gobble. But that's like the only good usage I could see out of that. Most floating enemy I see is stat based, unfortunately. Yeah. That's why I said Gobble is probably the only good usage we'll get out of them. And then that's Madoka Magica. So I was trying different things with my thumbnails, right? I don't know the best way to do my thumbnails. I think with the collab ones, I'll just keep them simple. Keep them like, instead of including the entire tier list, because that, you know, there's a lot to look at and doesn't actually say anything. I think I'll do like the format of before or something, whatever. YouTube, you can stop watching me yap. Peace.